with a nifty $500 million in seed money in hand. Gov. Bruce Rauner's plans to develop a South Loop engineering and research center that could jolt Illinois' economy into the 21st century are beginning to look real. But the plans still face a summer of uncertainties. Rauner said he expects ground will be broken within 6 months on the proposed Discovery Partners Institute now that an appropriation of up to $500 million has been included in the just-signed fiscal 2019 Illinois budget. Plated Midwest, the developer that has offered to donate property it owns for the institute, says a roughly 1 million square foot facility is envisioned, and a likely site has been selected, at 15th and Clark Streets, near a proposed new Chicago Transit Authority subway stop. Officials at the University of Illinois, which would operate the institute, are equally upbeat. But promises that private partners will donate or commit far more than $500 million still need to be finalized. The institute could slip down the priority list if Democratic gubernatorial nominee J.B. Pritzker unseats Rauner in the November election. And it now appears that much of the money will end up at the U of I's Urbana-Champaign campus, even though the whole idea of the institute is to bridge the distance between the U of I's top-rated engineering, computer and science programs downstate and the Chicago business community's thirst for top new talent. Rauner called the institute a variation of an idea he has been pushing on and off for 20 years, an incredible opportunity for the state, one that could get Illinois the real prosperity that has tended to clump in places such as Silicon Valley on the West Coast and Boston. On the East Coast, we've had some success, Rauner said, but nowhere near the level we can and should have given our talent and natural abilities. The state now has a unique opportunity, and the down payment that the state appropriation provides should now get it underway, he said. Earlier, U of I Systems NAV State Fund Satellite Campus planned for the South Loop, an entirely new neighborhood on 62 Riverfront. A Crest governor provided few details about the status of outside fundraising, saying only that he expects several billion in private commitments over the next 18 months, with actual announcements soon. Plated Midwest President Kurt Bailey, who hopes the institute will anchor his firm's nearby development on 62 acres in the South Loop, the site known as the 78, and maybe even help lure Amazon's HQ too, said a final use agreement has not yet been signed with the state. But we have an extremely high probability of closing this. State officials now are envisioning a facility that would serve 2,000 students and 100 faculty, probably in the million square foot range, he said. We have been working diligently on this for more than a year, Bailey said. I think the governor is optimistically correct on the 6-month timetable. Edward Seidel, U of I's Vice President for Economic Development and Innovation, said the appropriation indeed has given the institute new credibility. More than tens of millions of private capital may be coming, and private commitments for some of that already have been made, though not executed, he said. I'm hopeful we'll have plans we're able to reveal this summer. Seidel described the institute as the central node in what could later be an Illinois innovation network. Though, more than half of the $500 million likely will end up in Chicago, either at the institute or at the University of Illinois at Chicago. Some will go to Champaign and other campuses, with the focus not only on computing, big data and cybersecurity, but also agriculture. One thing working in the project's favor is that it appears to have the strong support of Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Asked about that this week, a city spokesman repeated Emanuel's statement from last year, when plans for the institute were unveiled. This campus for innovation, anchored by the University of Illinois, will be a transformative force on the south side of Chicago and for all of Chicago. I look forward to working with the governor and the many partners involved as we turn this vision into a reality, a spokeswoman for Pritzker said. He, too, supports the project, but added that the U of I has been hurt in its financial position weakened due to the state budget stalemates of previous years. Exactly who would have the authority to release the $500 million is uncertain. The budget states only that the money is appropriated from the Build Illinois Bond Fund to the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity for the development of the University of Illinois Discovery Partners (SIC) Institute. see page 628. A Rauner spokeswoman said he will follow state law and act more quickly, as appropriate. Crain's senior reporter John Pletz contributed.